The following changes have occurred over the past 24 hours. Fighting continues in the Kramatorsk-Druzhkovsky area. There is activity in the Mangovka area. Visual data with the designation of fighters in buildings appeared in Privol. There are already screenings where a Ukrainian drone was dropped at the beginning of the elevated territory. From the northeast, Russian troops from Nikiforovka continue to develop an offensive over the elevated territory. The infantry is supported by operators all the time. In the above example, Kamikadze's drone hit the temporary deployment point of the armed forces of Ukraine in the northern part of Fedorovka too. Gradually, the front line is shifting towards that village. To the east, up to Vasyukovka, the line is leveled in a positive direction with the capture of the remaining part of the elevated territory. Nearby points are located inside a large gully in a low-lying area. Southwestern soldiers of the Volunteer Corps continue to fight fierce battles in Mangovka. The Russian side provides an opportunity for the defenders to voluntarily surrender. It shows the dumping of leaflets in the northwestern part of this village and in a U-shaped intersection of forest belts near the northern outskirts of Orekovo-Vasilevka. The enemy erected a support post near the second village. Despite the vulnerable position of being in a semicircle, the sending support clings to these fortifications. A small clarification is being made. Southwest of Novomarkov, the soldiers of the North V Brigade came out with flags in the place of the most extreme buildings. They behaved relatively freely. They showed confident control over the liberated village. Vasyutinskoye is ahead. To the southwest, in the area between Markovo and Maisky, the enemy continues to process, which holds positions in Oporniki. In a video released today, FPV drone operators destroyed enemy dugouts. The southernmost location is shown. The Ukrainian armed forces is trying to prevent Markov's soldiers from entering from the south side. High intensity of military operations remains in the Constantinovka direction. In the city, operators control enemy supply routes, as well as identify and destroy UAV control points. In its northwestern part, the drone operator tracked the landing site of the Ukrainian hexacopter. The operators, having identified the point, destroyed it with Pi-Wedrons. The enemy still has the opportunity to use the Druzhkovka-Constantinovka route on the eastern side of the Krivoy Torets River. At the beginning of this video, given the trail left, the Cossack was moving from the north and the Russian drone pursued him, where after about 1.5 kilometers, he immobilized this armored car. Later, he was finished off. Basically, the defeat of the Ukrainian armed forces equipment on the route along the western side of the Krivoy Torets River is recorded. In addition to logistics control, there has already been at least an attempt to create a temporary spill on the territory between Constantinovka and Alekseyevo-Druzhkovka. Favam 3000 aircraft struck the Khrushchev Pond Dam. The hydraulic engineering structure was damaged. Russian troops are seeking to isolate the Ukrainian garrison of Constantinovka from their main forces. Southwestern opponents are still trying to cling to the private sector of Berostok, holed up in basements. There are battles going on in Velinovka. In Stepanovka, the military continues to move forward. In the Sumy direction, the detachments of the North Group continue to put pressure. The enemy mostly sits on the defensive. He is trying to stop the advance of the Russian military with the help of infantry and UAV calculations. The fighters are pressing to enter the territory of Kondratovka, and they are also systematically developing an offensive in the direction of a large forest. The operators support the warriors all the time. In the above example, lightning destroyed the Ukrainian armed forces checkpoint. A small part of a large forest area is visible in the camera of the drone. The enemy is wary of soldiers entering this forest, as they will not be able to use drones en masse to deter the onslaught of the Russian military. Meanwhile, a noticeable positive trend is observed on the left flank. During the offensive operations, the military almost completely removed a pocket with an approximate area of 30 square kilometers on the outskirts of the eastern part of the metropolis. The pocket was originally formed due to the natural state border. The breakdown of the Ukrainian defense began back in January. The warriors continue to approach the eastern part of the metropolis. To the south, on the Krasnopolsky sector of the front, the Ukrainian side is also forced to retreat. From the north of Vysokoye, the motorized infantry of the 34th Mountain Brigade improved their position, where they eventually captured Popovka. This village is located on the territory of Balka. Ahead is the Novodmitrovka checkpoint, which is located behind the Great Forest. The fighters came close to its eastern outskirts. Troops of unmanned systems, gunners and aviation are working all along the front line. In the rear area of Krasnopol, the operator tracked how 2 vehicles with enemy personnel arrived at the barracks. The Tornado S crew hit the entrance point with a rocket. It is possible that there could still be armed forces personnel on the street during the strike. Also, according to the description, the barracks was also destroyed. The fighting continues.